Hello and welcome to Storyboard. I'm Shibani Gharat. After the family agreement that split the Godrej empire in May 2024 into Godrej Industries Group and Godrej Enterprises Group or GEG, GEG has now announced their rebranding and repositioning. The iconic Godrej signature remains, paying tribute to its legacy. The lead color has been changed to purple, which is a shift from the three-color identity into a single color. To give you guys a background, this group comprises of Godrej and Boyce and its affiliates, which has presence across multiple industries spanning aerospace, aviation, defense, engines and motor, energy, security, building materials, construction, durables, furniture, interior design, architectural fittings, and much more. We caught up with Nyrika Holkar, Executive Director, Godrej Enterprises Group, about their rebranding effort and how will it impact individual businesses, where will the focus and the investments lie going forward, and what excites her the most as a leader. Nyrika, welcome to CNBC TV 18 and congratulations on the new brand repositioning and rebranding exercise. Tell us more about this new brand identity. What does it signify?
Thanks so much for having me here today. The new brand identity signifies, a moving forward, taking our 127 years of everything that we've done and bringing it into the context of a Viksit Bharat and what are the important drivers that as India we need to achieve. And we want really this new brand identity to stand for, again, a very diverse set of businesses from aerospace and advanced engineering to furniture and appliances and security. So how do we really straddle a very diverse set of businesses, nation-building businesses like intralogistics, and put it into an ownable and an identifiable identity, and that's really what we would like to achieve through this.
Yeah, and what role did the split, the Godrej Group split that happened a couple of months ago, play in this shaping this new strategy and new branding or the new direction that Godrej Enterprise is taking right now with this entire rebranding activity?
So I would say that this really the trigger for this happened much before. I think we were thinking, from a consumer perspective, what do we need to do to really be relevant in this generation? And I think that was the principal driver. How do we really create a consistency of consumer experience across our businesses? And the realignment happened later. And I think we took that opportunity really to say, how do we, as the Godrej Enterprises Group, identify ourselves? And how can we create an identity that is distinctly ownable? And so that's where, we came up with this identity, because we feel it, it looks at all three aspects of, how do we really build a modern India? How do we look at aspirations and evolving lifestyles? And how do we really shape preferences for more conscious choices? And so I think that was really the impetus, and we hope that's something that really is a call to action both within as well as externally.
And also to stand distinctly or look distinctly different in the consumer eye as compared to the Godrej Industries as well?
So the Godrej brand is shared between both groups, so it continues to be shared. But yes, we did agree that both sides have the ability to rebrand, so we did leave some flexibility with the idea that we are all committed to ensuring that the brand really takes prominence and that we are able to grow and build on it. And yes, it will be distinctive. We're not changing the logo. We're not changing, so it still remains
Godrej,
the Godrej cursive logo. But yeah, yes, we've changed the color. We've changed, the visual way in which we depict our businesses, as well as the tone of voice. And we've also come up with a bespoke font. So So all of these together, we hope will create a distinct identity, but building on what we have already and not discarding that.
Yeah, but as from a consumer perspective, like me being a consumer, I have Godrej in my house, in my life, in many small ways. Locks is something that you mentioned. There would be like a Godrej construction coming next door. You know, I would have purchased some interior design product from, from Godrej Interior. How do I distinguish per se between a Godrej Industries and a Godrej Enterprise, or do you want to have that distinction at all?
I think from the perspective of the businesses, they've always operated independently, and I don't think there needs to be a distinction as such. Yes, maybe for our purposes, we believe it's important to have some kind of distinction, but from a consumer perspective, we would want, at the end of the day, the brand is Godrej and the brand is shared. So I think the idea of ensuring that we're giving a great customer experience, whether it's through our consumer products or through furniture, I think the important part about it is that the brand should stand for progress, and it should stand for something which has defined India and which continues to, to be an enabler for creating a new India.
Okay, having said that, being the leader of such an iconic conglomerate that has played a role in the lives of so many Indians, tell us, how do you balance legacy with, all of this innovation that is happening around us and that you want to include in some of your offerings?
Today, we really stand at an inflection point as a company and as India, and it's something that we take great pride in, that we need to contribute to it, and I think that that driver is what really that we need to be relevant today, and I think it's very important to be relevant, and to be relevant, we need to know our customers well. We need to understand evolving trends. We need to understand evolving ways of buying, and also what people appreciate and what are their pain points. And I think that's the only way we can really be relevant. And so a strong focus is on that, and on really today experience is everything.
Yeah,
so how do we really create a distinctive experience, a Godrej experience that keeps people engaged as they did in the past. We don't want to be a brand of the past. We do want to build for the future. And
building for the future, but what are some of the initiatives that you are excited about going forward? Any new categories, sectors that, as a leader, that you're looking forward to get into, that has you all excited?
So we're looking at an end-to-end service transformation on our consumer-facing businesses, and I strongly believe that service is one of the key differentiators. And so I think that whole piece in terms of having a single customer record across our different businesses, which earlier had an independent view of the customer. How do we have a holistic view? Because we serve the same customer maybe in different ways. And that knowledge is really invaluable. So how do we really take a data-led approach to understanding our customers better? I think that's something that we're very proud of and excited about. I think the other aspect that we're looking at in terms of our furniture business is how, again, do we really look at omni-channel in a different way? So we are relooking at our online, our retail stores, and also at the product. How do we also look at energy? Because energy consumption in the home is something that we as consumers don't really have access to. We don't have any visibility on, and therefore we can't really control. Anything that's not measured is not controlled. So how do we as a brand also influence people to make more sustainable choices?
What about B2B business? Like, where will the focus be? Which sectors excite you? Which, like, which businesses have you excited as a leader? And which do you think are more future forward for Godrej?
Yes, I think the B2B businesses are really where we are seeing the most rapid growth, given on the backing of government policies, as well as the whole idea of Viksit Bharat. And I think the aerospace and space exploration is something fascinating, something where, as a country, we've made incredible progress, and where we are really, again, creating a paradigm. So we've played, we've been on all of India's space missions since inception, and we take great pride in the partnerships that we've built. We also believe that it's ripe to also be able to partner with startups, with tech-led companies that are redefining the space. How do we also look at advanced engineering, whether it's for green energy, whether it's for across the board in terms of process industries? How do we really build for India and build differently for India? So those are, and another big space that we're very, very focused on is intralogistics. How do we really build Class A warehouses? How do we make our warehouses smarter? How do we also make them more efficient?
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. What a lovely answer.
Thank you for having me.
It is time for a short break. On the other side, after almost a decade, I caught up with Micromax's Rahul Sharma and asked him about their plans for the India market, making an entry into the connected TV business in the country, and will we get to use a Micromax smartphone again? Let's find out. Welcome back. Solving content discovery challenges with single sign-on, subscription fatigue with single subscription. Streambox Media, backed by Micromax, aims to transform how Indian households access and enjoy entertainment at home. The subscription service integrates a 4K QLED TV with OTT streaming platforms, AVOD platforms, live channels, gaming, news and more into a single subscription plan. It is called Door, and Rahul Sharma, co-founder of Micromax Informatics, says this will disrupt how India consumes entertainment. I got up with Rahul after almost a decade and we spoke about what is Micromax up to now. What new ventures and businesses are they setting foot into, and will we get to use a Micromax smartphone again soon? Let's find out. So we are meeting on the sidelines of the launch of Door. How will it function exactly? What is the issue that it will solve for, and what is the need gap that Door is fulfilling currently in the India market?
Sure. So this idea came when we, saw the whole TV ecosystem and the app ecosystem, because earlier it was only a TV ecosystem, and then slowly in the last 3-4 years, the whole app ecosystem is coming up. So, and then there is a different ecosystem wherein you buy separate connection for a dish TV, right, or a dish antenna, or a cable TV. So this is all completely disjointed.
Yeah.
We wanted to combine everything together and give a seamless experience to the user. And hence, we first came out with the concept of an operating system, because again, on TV side, the operating system is, is very fragmented. Lately Google has started coming up in there, but unlike the mobile phone ecosystem where you have only two ecosystems, one is an Apple and one is Google, here it is a little, you can say, fragmented. So, of course, Google is coming onto that, but then everybody else, has something of their own. So the idea was, can there be an ecosystem for the world coming from India? And that's an attempt. And Door combines everything. So it's not only the operating system, but the whole experience of how do you consume the content and how in future you're going to consume the content. So basically, what we have done is we have created an operating system, combined all the apps together, single sign-on. So, for example, if you have to use it, you'll just put it on TV and then say shivani@gmail.com. You'll be able to watch everything seamlessly. You don't have to go in every single app, right? And everything will be available there. For example, if today I'll ask you if you have to watch a throw of Neeraj Chopra, you don't know where it's going to come. So you'll go on Google first, kahan pe aa raha hai, kaun si app pe hai, and then you will go and see, you have membership of that.
So it makes discovery easier, discovery faster, which is like one of the biggest challenges for the OTT platforms right now.
Yeah, so no, it's not only discovery, it is the accessibility. We are, see, we are known for massification. We will go, really deep down the real India. So we have taken all of these things, and you're gonna have all the subscriptions for all the apps. You don't have to pay one by one to, to anyone. At a very, it's a subscription fee. And then also we're going to come and put a TV. We are not calling it a TV, we're calling it a smart screen. So we'll put a smart screen at your home, and all these things will work seamlessly.
So subscription, what will it cost like an average user, and how will it work out?
No, so subscriptions are going to cost you, for all the apps, is going to be only 799 rupees a month. That's what you're going to pay. Otherwise, if you see all your subscriptions of all the different apps and then all the TV channels, by the way, this has around 300 TV channels. So you can watch anything which is coming on your, on your all channels. It has sports, it has news, and beautifully we have used AI into this, which I'll tell you, and of course all the apps. For all of this, you just pay 799 rupees a month, and then of course, as I said, we'll put you a TV at all your home also.
And TV at home, how much will it cost, and how much will it last, how many years? Because even the TV ecosystem is fast evolving, and
so I like this word, fast evolving. So
Yeah.
this means there is a requirement of disruption in this,
Yeah.
and you need to evolve more faster into this. Like the way mobile phone has progressed, TV
Yeah.
is still is still coming up, but I think there is a need to change the whole game here right now. So people are right now paying, let's say, for a 43-inch TV, maybe around 30,000 to 50,000, depending upon what brand you buy. And then you're stuck with that TV because technology is changing fast. So, why don't you pay just a fraction as an activation fee? So we can just, for example, a 43-inch QLED. Yeah, so all that, see, these are all state-of-the-art TVs, and I don't like to use the word TV. These are all smart screens, right? So all smart screens with beautifully done up remote control with solar in it, so that you don't have to, every time you're not looking for those cells and all. So state-of-the-art smart screen, and we're just going to pay 9,999, and that's an activation fee, and then just pay 799 a month, and it's yours.
That's wonderful. And Rahul, we all know how when Micromax entered the smartphone market, and I'm going to pick on the word that you used in your last answer, which is disruption. So how is, Door going to disrupt, along with Streambox Media, going to disrupt the entire connected TV ecosystem in the country? Where do you see opportunities? Where does India stand when it comes to connected TV right now?
So right now, if you see the ecosystem, there are only, let's say, 100 million homes using the TVs. The opportunity is for the next 100 million also, because if we have like 350 million homes, then you need to have a connected TVs. So it's a huge opportunity, and as the country is growing fast, as I said, you don't need to be stuck with one technology. So this TV, what it does is smart screen. What it does is, basically, normal TVs have a warranty of an year or so.
Yeah.
Here, your warranty is 4 years. Normal TVs, I don't know whether the operating system upgradation happens or not. Here, the OS is going to get upgraded every quarter. So, if in 4 years, your TV is going to be new. So it's not that your friend is going to come and say you're stuck with old TV. It's not like that. And always, you will have an option to change your TV. So we'll keep on coming with those options. Like after 43, if you want to upgrade to 55 or you want to upgrade to 65, all those options will be there, right? So it's a different way of how do you consume, and also a very different way, even how do you get a TV at your home or a smart screen at your home.
Now let's move on and speak about Micromax. Okay, what is your vision for Micromax?
What is going on?
What is going on right now, and what is the vision going forward?
No, so see, right now, we are tied up with the vision what the government of India is having in terms of manufacturing, that make India a manufacturing hub. So we already have our factories all firing up. All the 4 factories are doing fantastic. So we've been manufacturing, doing EMS and and manufacturing services for all the major brands. So it's so far so good. Combining with the vision what the government is doing. So this is one. Second, we want to combine that with the component ecosystem, because the component ecosystem that also needs to grow in our country. So our focus is that we want to grow the local component ecosystem on this. Very similar to what happened to the auto industry like 30 years back or so, when the Hondas and the Suzukis of the world came in here. They also created the whole ecosystem of auto components, and now you see all the big companies on components, they're doing very well. Similarly, I think same thing has to happen on the electronics industry as well. So of course, with manufacturing, we will be moving on to the developing the component ecosystem also. So if as a country we have to progress, we have to have these these technologies and capabilities here.
And I read that you're getting into AI hardware as well.
Yes, I must say you came here very well informed. Yes, certainly. So that's another business stream what we are getting into. Again, there are multiple things onto that. So for example, so we all say that AI is going to take over everything, or AI is very important for any country per se. So if it is very, very important for any country, then we must, so AI is all about what is AI is, then you need to train your models. So if you have to train your model, let's say your model is 80 billion tokens or 100 billion tokens, or let's say like a ChatGPT, we are like 405 billion tokens. You need to train them and on big servers, and that's where NVIDIA GPUs come in. So what we are doing here is that we are coming up with something where you do not have to pay a huge amount for these many servers. We're going to cut all that hardware infrastructure to 1/10 of the cost.
When it happens in India.
Yes, 1/10 of the cost, and you will still be able to train your models, and at 1/10 of the cost. This means everybody will be able to afford that. For example, if there is a university and they want to train their, let's say, some model, but they do not have the capacity to buy, that hardware, because it's very expensive, right? How do they do that? So we will be able to enable that. So imagine if we are able to do this and enable, let's say, everybody, or massify this whole thing, then we'll be able to train our models, and hence, so this means we will be having a lot of compute power, by virtue of which we'll be able to train, which will help the country to to move faster and forward in AI space.
And on the note of AI, we have seen over the past 1 year how on-device AI has taken huge strides in 2024. Almost all the players are, coming up with devices with AI on it. Having said that, do you plan to go back to the smartphone market? Do we see brand Micromax launching another smartphone in the coming days?
No, see, right now we're absolutely focused on manufacturing, and as I said, it's going quite well in manufacturing for a lot of brands, and we have a lot on our plate right now. So doing manufacturing, creating multiple factories, then getting the whole component ecosystem here, then doing this whole AI infrastructure piece. Then there is one more thing also, which maybe next time when we meet we can discuss on that. So I think all these things dovetail into the mission, what the government of India's mission of creating things out here locally. So so
made
far,
in
so,
India.
Yes.
Yeah, but Micromax was one such brand that, all of us Indians were really proud of. Like now, Apple is manufacturing in the country, let's say, but Micromax was a brand that launched the first Indian smartphone. So why not make a comeback in the India market? That's like one of the largest smartphone markets in the world.
Oh, I know. So see, Micromax is still there, but rather than B2C, we are focused more on B2B now. Yeah. And hence you don't see those TV commercials. But on B2B, we are doing great. Maybe way better than what we were doing earlier. But since it is B2B, things are going well.
Is there any hope for the Indian consumer to see Micromax brand in the smartphone market going forward
You just
at all?
want to have an answer from my...
I have to probe.
I know. As I said, things are going well right now on manufacturing.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Rahul. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, X and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.